because that's where most of our funds and resources are allocated. These are some of the positions that have been eliminated due to eliminating the position, reassigning duties to other people, or attrition when people retire or leave the district. So you can see there's positions from paraprofessionals to teachers in our activities department, most recently change within our payroll coordination, a middle school principal, and other administrative positions. From an equity standpoint, when we look at how we fund our schools, which is one of the reasons we looked very closely and decided to move ahead with grade level banding in Little Falls, was to be able to create equitable class sizes in Little Falls because they weren't equal or equitable previously. We would see class sizes at Lincoln from 21 students in a class, and Lindbergh much higher than that. And when you look at the amount of money we spend at each building per student, you can see in the red for fiscal year 22, so 21-22 school year, the district average was $8,873 per student. And then in fiscal year 25, you can see that average was $9,277 district average. And you can see that there's obviously a gap, a significant difference between a one-section elementary school at Dr. Knight when you look at the amount of staffing costs that it takes to run a building like that. This would be similar in any district that is running the same type of model. When we shut down the school year here in May, these were our average class sizes at the elementary. Dr. Knight was about 18.6 students per classroom, Lincoln 21.3, Lindbergh 24.6, and a combined average at Lindbergh and Lincoln of 23.1. Our projected class sizes at Lindbergh next year, if Dr. Knight remains open, the average class sizes at those two buildings would be 23.6. And you can see the range from kindergarten at the top at about 22, and just a range of numbers from 22 up to about 24.7 would be the highest average, so 24 or 25 students in a class. If Dr. Knight closes, that class size average in Little Falls as students are absorbed into Lincoln and Lindbergh would remain about the same. Obviously, some of the teachers that come along during that transition help keep those class sizes manageable. Exploring other cost-saving measures. These are some of the ideas that have come forward through this process of trying to find solutions to our budget situation. And you can see from exploring a 4-day school week, selling school district land, selling the district office building on Riverwood Drive, closing the middle school, cut additional administrative positions, create a centralized campus model at Lindbergh Middle School and High School, increase taxes and run a referendum, generate additional revenue. Special ed costs in just about every district are really hard to manage and continue to increase. And so looking at if is there a possibility to partner with the Mid-State to be able to save dollars with special education. Some energy use audits, exploring online learning as a possibility to generate additional revenue, and then increasing and improving our communications, marketing, and grant writing. Some of these we have explored. Some of these we will continue to explore. We've met with a realtor who has come in and looked at the district office, who has also examined the different properties that the school district owns to see if those are a possibility to sell, if there's a market interest for those resources in the district. Some of the challenges with some of these ideas, while very good, none have the immediate and long-term savings as closing the building does. Some would also take time to implement, like online learning, 4-day school week, and are really contingent on the fact of bringing in additional students. That is the end of the presentation. Board members, if you have additional comments, that will be a good time.
I know there will probably be some other questions, and we do have some additional slides, or Mr. Johnson does, that may address some of those questions. So I have nothing right now. Nobody else? Okay, so what we will do then is we will start with our speakers. The first speaker I have is Hannah Frank. And like we did before, where Kelly is down there, Kelly will time. So if it kind of gets close to your time or whatnot, then she'll kind of give you the high sign or whatever. So if I can have you come to the podium here, please. Appreciate it.
Hello? Okay. Hello, my name is Hannah Frank. I am a parent and a community member of Randall. I would like to talk to the board today. I'm not here tonight to argue about the closure of Dr. Knight Elementary. That decision through your actions and reassignments of teachers has already been made, well before any official vote. It is clear to all of us that the meeting is merely a procedural step to satisfy legal requirements, not a genuine moment of consideration or community engagement. What I am here to ask, on behalf of every parent, student, teacher, and taxpayer in the district, is simple. What is your plan for the future? You work for this community, you serve at the will of the people, and we deserve to know what you're doing with the schools, buildings, land, taxpayer money, and the future of our children. We already know you are closing Dr. Knight. What we don't know is what is going to happen next. Will the building sit empty while we continue to pay for its maintenance? Will it be put up for sale, and if so, when and to whom? Or do you already have private plans for it that you're not sharing? And now let's talk about the middle school. There are growing concerns fueled by credible information from inside sources that the city plans to move into the middle school by 2026. Is this true? Has a deal already been made behind closed doors? Because if it has, and you continue to act as if nothing is decided, that's not just misleading, it's dishonest. We also want answers about your real long-term intentions. At a recent work session, board members discussed holding onto land so that you could use it to fund a new future building, not to help keep Dr. Knight open, but to build something else. So let's be honest. What building is being replaced? Where is the funding for this coming from? Does this new plan include a sports complex? And most importantly, why are you not telling your community the full truth? You consistently claim to be transparent with us, so now is your time to prove it. If you're holding land for a future project, that means you already have plans in motion. That means there are ideas, sketches, proposals, maybe even deals already being shaped. So tell the people you serve what is really happening. 2 years in a row, you have uprooted our children with rushed, poorly communicated decisions. You've left families scrambling and staff confused, and you continue to leave more questions than answers. Our students, our families, and our community deserve better. We are not just asking for transparency, we are demanding it. We are not just asking for respect, we are owed it, and we're not going away. And a little PSA, to the teachers and staff who scoffed community members at the listening session simply for asking questions, shame on you. The very purpose of a listening session is to listen and engage. You did not show flyer pride. You did not show respect to the families seeking transparency and truth. You did not show a positive attitude by silencing voices, and you certainly did not show responsibility to your district or its students. Your actions made my decision to remove my children from this district even easier. I refuse to let their future be shaped by adults who respond to sincere concern with mockery. You weren't just silencing parents, you weren't silencing accountability, you were silencing your own students' advocates, and that's nothing to be proud of. However, to the teachers who remain respectful, open, and student-centered, thank you. Your professionalism matters now more than ever, and our community needs educators who model courage, compassion, and integrity, and I pray that you are the ones who are responsible for shaping the young minds of our community.
I'm wondering if it isn't best to address these as they come as opposed to waiting till the end. I guess we don't really have it. So I guess, Hannah, what I will do is, if I have it written down here correctly, your first question was, are we holding land for new building and what plans and such do we have for that? What's being done with Dr. Knight, and is the city moving into the middle school? Is that a fair summary other than the last part?
Yes.
Okay, so I will tell you from my aspect, I can't speak for the other board members. We are not, I was at that meeting that you were referencing land. There are no plans to build the land, and I think you inferred, you went quite a leap there on where you went from one board member suggesting that, do we want to hold on to this land because we don't know what the future is going to hold, going right into we're building a new building when we have secret plans. So I would say, so I will answer that question, no, we don't. We're not holding land for a new building at this time that I'm aware of. Secondly, what is being done with Dr. Knight? We don't know yet. As Mr. Johnson said, we have engaged a realtor, but the school isn't closed yet, officially. I know you all think it's closed, so, but it has not been officially closed, so we can't really do anything. So, the last one is the city moving into the middle school? We have not addressed the middle school yet. So, again, to answer your question, I don't know what the city does. You should maybe address the city, but they will need to work with us. But we're taking it one step at a time the best that we can. So, thank you. Lois Machi. Lois or Richard, I guess, whomever's going to speak.